Hey y'all, welcome back to the 20th episode of On Assignment for Alignment with Ayo Naima. If you are new here, I am Ayo Naima. And today I just want to bring to y'all some encouragement. If you feel like you're in a season where you're being rejected left and right, or if you lose a job, you get out of a relationship, friendship, just anything in life where you tend to feel rejected. But I just want to come on here and let y'all know that, rejection is just God's protection, and it's also redirection. And I just want to share a story with y'all about when I was in the military. I actually I spent 4 years and 9 months in the military. Coming up on my 4th year, it was actually around COVID, and it was the time for me to get my promotional status. And in the Army, that just means that you go to the promotion board and you become a E4 specialist, promotable. And at that time during COVID, they weren't having boards. They weren't having promotion boards because of, germs and mask and all of the mandates and stuff. So the promotion board was very easy nonetheless, and it honestly was a super blessing. I didn't have to go before a panel like I did for the Soldier of the Month board, which I rocked, by the way. And I would have done the same thing for the promotion board, but I didn't. So anyway, it was just a written sheet where you had to write some answers down, write out the creed, blah, 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 blah. And all of these answers were things that you could have looked up and, put your packet in. And everybody got their promotion status, and I was one of those people. So as you can imagine, I was extremely excited to have my promotion status. I wasn't, to think back to it, I was not ready for that promotion status at all. I was ready for my P status for sure, but I was not ready to be a sergeant. So, I definitely needed like a little waiting period in between that and going to BLC. But so of course, as you expected, I was extremely excited to have my promotional status as an E4. And I never got to go to BLC. I actually ended up getting in trouble, and I got a field grade Article 15. And if you know, so I'll break down what a field grade Article 15 is. So that's basically like a punishment in the Army for doing something bad. I won't go into what I did. Just know that it's not of who I am today. But back then, actually it is of who I am today. But it just takes a lot longer to pull that side of me out. Because I understand that a lot of times people do things just to make themselves feel better, just because they're in positions of power. They try to look at a target, and unfortunately I was that target. So Article 15 is basically like a field grade. Article 15 is like the highest punishment you can get, like as far as like a court. It's like a court case, an Army court case, for doing something wrong, like getting a DUI, or getting or like popping hot on a UA, urine analysis. And I had one of those type of punishments, but I didn't have a DUI or a pop hot on a UA. I ended up getting in trouble with leadership, and I felt really sad about it, because that was my first time ever having 2 black women in my chain of command at the top level, and it was just like they was targeting me. That's how I felt. And I know for a fact that they were. They was just evil as hell for no reason. It was like once they teamed up, they was just gunning for the queen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a queen, so people gonna gun for you. But I ended up getting Article 15, which is like a court case in civilian terms. And whew, that was the longest process of my life, honestly. I had so much anxiety, depression. Honestly, I'm be real with y'all. I had so many like suicidal thoughts too, because I'm like, everything could just be over for me right now. Like, these people could kick me out. After this, they could continue to try to, retaliate against me. Because people are like that, and people are very petty like that in the military. And also, it's a demographic of black women in the military that are very malicious towards the younger black women, and bitter, and just mean, and just ugly as hell on the inside. And unfortunately, I caught the wrath of that bitter shit. So I had to handle it accordingly. But like I was saying, I wanted to die for real. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was just so hard to deal with. But at the end of it, God came through. I only ended up getting 30 days of extra duty, and my rank got suspended. But with that being said, with my rank becoming a suspended rank, I wasn't allowed to move up, and my P status was taken away from me. So I was back to square one. And my rank was suspended for, I want to say like 6 months. And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. What I came to the conclusion of towards the end of that was, I don't ever want my career to be in the hands of somebody else anymore, ever in my life again. So I went to the doctors. I had been having injury issues for a while now. I was on a profile and everything, to the point where I couldn't even run. We soldiers and I can't run. And I told him, I was like, I'm ready to get chapter me out type stuff, right? But they ended up saying no. We are going to med board you. And med board is basically just like a medical retirement. And it took 9 months for that process to happen, but at the end of it, I was extremely happy. And honestly, if I would have made E5, I would be extremely miserable right now. I would not be able to I wouldn't be happy. I really wouldn't. I would have been happy to make E5, yes, and I still feel a little sad about it from time to time that I didn't get to make sergeant. But all in all, I feel happy. A year later, no, actually 2 years later from that incident, I'm happy. I'm flourishing. I have more. God has given me more than I could ever even ask for. And first and foremost, I have peace and I have love in my spirit, and it's just elevating even more and more every single day. And if I was a sergeant, I would not be here. I would not be as happy as I am. So I'm extremely grateful to God for, rejecting me in that season when I felt like all I wanted in life at that point was to be a sergeant. God said, no, ma'am, I have other plans for you. I need you to really sit and focus on getting your message out there into the world, because you have a gift, you have a purpose, and I planted it in you from the time before you were even thought of, baby. And I need you to focus on that. And now that's what I'm focused on. So I'm extremely grateful. I can't even think straight. Honestly, as I'm telling this story, I'm kind of just having like a small epiphany about it, and not even an epiphany, but just the feeling of it is just clicking in my spirit, and it feels amazing. And all in all, God's rejection is just God's protection, and also I want to talk about another thing in my life that I felt rejected by. I wasted a lot of time on someone, like romantically, and I think I met them around the time I was like 18, and well into my adulthood. I'm 26 now. I was constantly searching for like that validation from them, and it felt like every time they would just pull me in just to reject me, and I was like compare myself to the women that they really liked, really was, which was like Instagram women, and just the trendy vibe right now, and to the point where like I wanted to be those girls, just so this person would love me, and I could feel validated by them, and I could feel loved and accepted by them. And I just constantly felt rejected until a point where I just got tired. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit no more. Like, and I'm gonna fully love myself, and I'm gonna ask God to heal me and release me and deliver me from the need to be validated by anybody else but God, and myself, right? And now I feel amazing, honestly, and you couldn't pay me $1,000,000,000,000,000,000 to go back to that person, to go back to even needing validation from anybody romantically. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I'm such a queen. I'm such an amazing woman. I have so much to offer myself into the world and to other people. I have so much love to give. I'm not going anywhere where I have to stifle myself, just to fit in a box and just to feel accepted, or I have to change myself in order to be accepted. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I know who loved me. I know God loved me. I know I love myself. And, I'm just grateful that I'm here now, because now I'm beginning to align myself and be aligned. And God is showing me that I'm aligned by bringing me into contact with people who have the same mindset as me, romantically. And not even just on a romantic level, but just in general, and God really allowed me to just be pulled away from society so that I can get in tune with who I truly am. And really, I'm feeling so good right now as I'm telling this story. I really am. I'm feeling amazing. God is really, he is a healer. God is amazing. God is a healer, honestly, and a way maker, and the ultimate way maker. And I'm so grateful that I was able to have the strength from him, and really just get in tune with myself and show myself that I'm worth everything that he has planted inside of me before I was born, before I was even thought of. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to be on this earth and share who I am with people, and whoever is brought into my realm and here to share the piece of life that God has given me, with me, then that's what it is, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm open to receiving that, because that's how it is. And I'm also in a space in my life where I'm letting go. I'm letting go of all the unnecessariness, things that just give me anxiety, things that cause resentment inside of me. If I don't want to engage in certain conversations, I don't. If I don't want to, and I'm figuring out things that are too heavy for me. I'm just learning how to really just remove myself when things just aren't aligned with who I am anymore. And it's just so crazy, because a lot of these concepts that I'm talking about have happened like over the last 2 weeks, really. Just because I've been spending less time on social media. I've been really just getting grounded in this season of isolation, and allowing myself to really hear God, because God is trying to speak to me, and God is speaking to me, not even trying, but he's speaking to me. And I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful to be to finally be in a space where I see and I really feel and I move and I walk like the queen that I am, because it was a certain point in time where I wasn't. And that was extremely devastating for me. It caused a lot of self-esteem issues. It caused a low confidence in me. Now I'm like straight confidence. Like, I know that God lives within me, and I know that I'm here for a purpose, and I know that he placed that purpose down on the inside of me, and I'm grateful to be able to share it without feeling crazy about it, because I know who I am and what I am. So just know, y'all, that rejection is God protection and his redirection, and you know, just a plot to get you to become closer to the divine, to, you know, the ultimate way maker, you know, to whoever you believe in. You know, I'm never ever pushing my religion or my concept of God onto anyone. Oh my God. Oh, that scared me. It's just a moth on my window. um but yes, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode of On Assignment for Alignment. Remember to follow me on Instagram at AYONAIMA underscore, and TikTok at AYONAIMA underscore OAFA. And my email is AYOWALTON0 at gmail.com. You know, if you have any questions, suggestions, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I am very grateful, and I can't wait to see y'all on the 21st episode of On Assignment for Alignment. See y'all later.